Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends Series Gamerverse Abomination Build-A-Figure Waves Mach-1. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. If I can hold on to it. Build-A-Figure Abomination. There's the assortment number if you need that kind of thing. Ages 4 and up. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Marvel. Then on the front we've got Legends Series. Nice big window showcasing the figure and the Build-A-Figure piece. That looks like it. Marvel's Mach-1 Hasbro print on the bottom. Small print, pound print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, we've got some nice artwork of Mach-1. Then on this side, we've got nice artwork of Mach-1. Then on the back, we've got larger of the same artwork of Mach-1. Marvel Legends Series, Marvel's Mach-1. Abner Jenkins suits up in his mobile armored cyber harness as Mach-1. And then there it is again in some other languages that I don't read. Build-A-Figure Abomination. There is the completed Build-A-Figure and the cross sale with numbers on the Build-A-Figure corresponding with which figure comes with which parts. So then we've got Gamerverse Captain America, Gamerverse Iron Man, and Gamerverse Miss Marvel. Then we have Comic Marvel Mach-1 Rage and the Leader. And then here we have look for figures based on these characters. So they're not even showing the actual. Yeah, I just noticed that it's just artwork. So each sold separately, subject to availability. Attention! Especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Marvel print, Hasbro print, small fine, legalese, made in China print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessory. And the only accessory he's got is his Build-A-Figure piece, and it is for the Gamerverse Abomination. I have to say, you know, it's a pretty neat looking sculpt on there, and nice little deco. Not my version of the Abomination though, so I chose not to buy all the figures in this series just to complete the Build-A-Figure, and you're going to see more and more of that going into the future, even for ones that I would like to complete. But he's got some nice molded details in there. Nice blacks around the eyes. And this is pre-inkjet, I'm pretty sure. Now his mouth looks kind of like a butthole, the way they got it. Like an upset butthole, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know where that came from, but it's a butthole with teeth. And, you know, the only thing I can really use this for is, let's say, he needs a Halloween mask. Rawr, rawr, look at me. So, there's that. Now let's take a look at the figure. And I have to say, you know, it's kind of got some cool looking features on here. Got some paint spill mess up whatever you want to call it. I forget the technical term right off the top of my head. Slop. Paint slop, because slop is a really technical term. So right there, it kind of messes up the look of the goggles a little bit, but it's got a nice little antenna on it. It's very flexible rubber. This piece is all an overlay glued in. These are attached to this over time. They're probably going to tear off. The backpack wings and all that are all part of this overlay. And this body was modified to take this overlay. So there is that. And I'll show you where this guy came from, because we all know he used to be the Beetle. So it's got some nice detailing in here, and the ribbing or bands, whatever you want to call it. He's got some blasters here on his forearms. I don't really know how accurate this guy is to the comics. I'm sure the jetpack and the head are, in the Thunderbolts logo right here. But as far as the rest of it, I don't know. But it's a pretty, you know, it's a decent looking sculpt, even though it is an older sculpt. I want to say it's like 2012. And we're going to do a little comparison before comparisons, because this guy isn't going to go in the comparisons. But you can see right here, this whole piece right here looks to be reuse of this Beetle, which is, I want to say, Ultimate Beetle, from the Spider-Man line that Hasbro used to do separate from Marvel Legends. But it was basically Marvel Legends, just a Spider-Man line. And you can see the legs, everything but the feet are reuse. This waist piece is a little bit different, so they may have used something different here for the crotch piece. But you can see, you know, those are the same arms. Yeah, they used a different crotch piece, because this one has banding on it. This one is a smooth. He has a smooth buttocks. So there's a little education, I guess. And I'll have to say, just like that Beetle, this guy's is really, really loose in some places. But let's take a look at his articulation real quick. So he can look up that high, which isn't great since he's a flying character, but it's not horrible. I've seen worse. And he can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck. Ooh, he got a lot of chicken neck. And then only just a little bit of waggle, not a whole lot. He can do the full Exorcist at the shoulder if this gets up out of the way. He can go all the way back to the wing, and same thing going down. Otherwise, it would do 360 degrees worth of rotation. And then also at the shoulder, he can raise his arm up approximately 90 degrees. It's cut here at the upper bicep. That gives you a full 360 degrees of rotation there. At the elbow, double hinged, pinned elbow. And it will give you that much bend. At the wrist, and I'm sorry, I keep bumping the camera. 360 degrees at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and the other side is in and out as well. Got that standard Marvel Legends ab hinge, but because of the backpack, he can only lean back. Let me straighten his legs up. He can only lean back that far. Again, not great for a flying character. And he can crunch forward that far. Straight cut at the waist. It's really loose. 360 degrees of rotation there. At the hips, he gives you that much of the splits, which isn't horrible. Kicks forward, not quite 90 degrees, it doesn't look like to me. And then back about one step, one length of his own foot. cut at the upper thigh, 360 degrees worth of rotation there. Double hinged, pinned knee, gives you that much bend, so not great. But I think the mold is kind of getting in the way of that a little bit. So then at the ankle, it's got some detents in it. And you can bend down that far. And there goes those detents. They're strong too. I should have heated this up maybe. So up that far. And then he does have forward facing pins for rocker. That's actually really loose. And there you have it, my friends. If I can get him to stand back up. And he doesn't really want to. So there you have it, my friends. A look at the figure and his really, honestly, no accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends Series Gamerverse Abomination Build-A-Figure Waves Mach-1 with the Marvel Legends Series Spider-Man Homecoming Build the Vulture's Wings Beetle, and the Marvel Legends Series MCU Endgame Thanos Build-A-Figure Waves Citizen V. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends Series Gamerverse Abomination Build-A-Figure Waves Mach-1, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Series Gamerverse Abomination Build-A-Figure Waves Mach-1, I have to say, I feel like the mold that they made this guy off of was really old and out of date, even though it still has like the basic hallmarks of a Marvel Legends figure. It wasn't even in the Marvel Legends line, I don't think. I think it was in the Spider-Man line, and I want to say it was a 2012 figure. I could be mistaken on that date, but I didn't research it. I looked at the bottom of the foot, and I think that's what it said. It was 2012. So And that was a Beetle, Ultimate Beetle, I think. That figure that came out of the Spider-Man line that they reused a lot of parts. In fact, the only things I think that aren't reused are the head and the crotch piece and the overlay with the jetpack and stuff on it. And they did retool the chest for the overlay to like fit into grooves, which they glued it in. And then, like I said, the crotch piece with the belt and stuff, it's different. And it may be new, it may not be reused from something else, it may be. I honestly cannot say. But, you know, it's bad when I recognize parts from a 2012 Spider-Man figure on this figure. And don't get me wrong, it makes sense to reuse the fact that this guy, you know, he's the Beetle just as a hero. And so I can see them wanting to reuse parts of a Beetle. And that one, the sculpt of it made sense. But with it being so old, they really should have just sculpted this guy from the ground up, I think. And because that Beetle, I don't know, it feels like there's some issues with it. It's really, really loose at the waist, and so is this figure, even though he has a different crotch piece. And I know there's probably ways to fix that. I don't. And so, I mean, this figure is okay. I don't really have anything else to really tell you about it. It's reused from a really old figure. And I think that's, to me, the most important fact about this. And, you know, if you were thinking about picking this guy up to work on your Thunderbolts team, I think it's wait. Just like the Citizen V that came out. Don't. If you don't have those guys already, don't. Just wait. They'll make them again. And I don't think I'll pick them up again. I'm not that big of a Thunderbolts fan. But I found these guys, Citizen V and Mach-1 here. I found them for a pretty good price a while back. And that's why I picked them up. And I would say I almost wish that little bit of money I spent on them, I almost wish I saved it and spent it on something else, because they were not great figures. And I mean, even on this one, the new part. Okay, well, the new parts. So I don't really have anything much to say about the crotch piece. I mean, it's a crotch piece. It has a new belt on it. It's got a white paint app on it. Okay. Now I will say the head sculpt is pretty good, but there's some paint slop on mine that goes right across the visor, and so it kind of throws the look of it off a little bit. And I know I go in there and paint it and fix it, but then it might even be more paint slop going on if I were to do that. But the sculpt, you know, I like that. This overlay that they've got, I hate it. It's those shoulder pieces for it. They don't sit right. They're going to break off if you move them too much. And it's made out of a very rubbery material, so it may just fall apart anyway. And you can't get the backpack off of the figure, and that's a feature I think I really would have liked to have been a part of this guy, is that, you know, he could take his backpack off for, you know, whatever reason. And so, I mean, it just, if you're okay with a 2012 base body with some sloppy paint and a crappy overlay, I mean, it looks good, it feels yucky, like it's not of good quality. And some people might argue, well, that's Hasbro for you, and in some cases they might be right. In this case they would be right. But yeah, I'm gonna say, if you unless you were like a super huge Thunderbolts fan trying to complete the team, which they haven't even made all the team yet that I know of. I know we've got Mach-1, we've got Citizen V, we've got Songbird. Those are the only three I can think of right off. Of course, I'm not super familiar with Thunderbolts anyway. But yeah, unless you like just got to complete Thunderbolts, I would say pass on this guy. It's even at a cheap price, I don't know if I would say it was worth it. He's okay, almost adequate, I would call him. But there it is, my friends. That does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I mostly enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.